Fox 43 investigates tens of thousands of dollars in gifts going to state lawmakers. Some come from lobbyists or major companies, and it is all legal.
After a scandal involving legislators allegedly taking thousands of dollars in cash in a sting operation, there were calls for reform. But no new laws have been passed. Fox 43's Michael Hyland is here with a closer look at why.
In Pennsylvania, there's no law against elected officials getting gifts, but they are required to disclose them. We wanted to know what gifts legislators are getting. So we did some digging through these documents, and we found all the gifts our lawmakers reported getting last year. They include things like concert and football tickets, fancy dinners, and club memberships. They come in envelopes, boxes, and bags. Gifts of all shapes and sizes going to the people running our state. The issue has gotten more attention after Attorney General Kathleen Kane says these 4 state representatives from Philadelphia were allegedly caught on tape accepting cash from an undercover informant. In PA, it's legal for lawmakers to accept gifts, but they have to report them to the state.
I think a lot of us were surprised that the law didn't already cover that.
State Representative Darrell Metcalf is pushing for a ban on cash gifts. Pennsylvania allows elected officials to accept as many gifts as they want. But if a gift is valued at $250 or more, lawmakers have to report it. For travel and hospitality, anything over $650 has to be reported. Fox 43 analyzed the most recent statements of financial interest filed by all 253 members of the state legislature. We found in 2013, state senators reported receiving almost $23,000 in gifts and more than $37,000 in travel and hospitality. In the House, members received $40,000 in gifts and more than $74,000 in travel and hospitality. Some examples. Republican Rebecca Corbin reported almost $800 in dinners provided by Pico Energy Company. Democrat Peter Daly received ski passes worth $2,450 from the State Ski Operators Association. Republican John Taylor reported $1,400 in travel to see a Notre Dame football game and a $100 dinner at Smith & Wolenski during a PA Society weekend. And Democrat Dwight Evans got several gifts, including 6 tickets to a Beyoncé concert worth $750 from an executive at Comcast Spectacor. While that's legal, do you think that's appropriate?
It sounds like a large amount of money, and it is a large amount of money in gifts. It surprises me.
What does going to a Beyoncé concert or a Super Bowl have to do with legislation?
Eric Epstein is with the advocacy group Rock the Capitol. He's pushing for a total ban on gifts, cash or otherwise. No bills to reform gift giving made it to the governor's desk this year.
This is not an institution or a city that can police itself.
Several lawmakers, like Senator Stuart Greenleaf, say banning cash gifts should be an obvious move.
I don't think we have to wait. I mean, I think that's so clear that, and there should be something in the law that provides for that.
But reform advocates like Senator Rob Teplitz say they've struggled to get support to ban the tickets, dinners, and other gifts.
There's some things that are very clearly on the other side of that line that are more personal and that the average person doesn't have access to and is rightly outraged by.
Hospitality and travel is part of the game here. You have to pay to play. In order to get access, you have to wine and dine.
Lawmakers have supported bills that would require greater disclosure. Representative Metcalf wants to lower the threshold at which all elected officials would have to report gifts and hospitality.
There's more power given to the citizens when you provide transparency instead of trying to say, you know, there's an outright ban.
Any gratuity given to a politician comes with a cost, and that cost is insider access and influencing normally bad legislation.
Some of the gifts lawmakers reported were donations for events like senior expos. Lawmakers say in those cases they never handled cash or pocketed anything. In some cases, those donations came from major corporations, and Eric Epstein says even in cases like that, these could be examples of those major companies trying to cozy up to our lawmakers.
You know, there's clearly a call for it, so will there be any efforts next year, do you think, to ban these gifts?
Yes, there's a few moving parts to this. First of all, Governor-elect Tom Wolf says on day 1 he wants to sign an executive order banning gifts for anyone in the executive branch. 2 state senators have introduced a bill to ban cash gifts and limit all other gifts to $250 a year. But in the House, leaders don't want to move forward until all of the criminal and ethics investigations into this issue are done. And lastly, if you head over to fox43.com, you can see this handy spreadsheet that we've put together where we've itemized every single gift that our state lawmakers got last year, so you can see who is giving what to whom.